Lakers lose to the Pelicans. It was like basically a trap game because Anthony Davis didn't play. LeBron out of nowhere, he comes and he's like questioning guys. Is the game really, basketball really something that is important to them? And this is the problem with King James. He he will take responsibility, of course, but he can't deflect responsibility on guys. Like he didn't really necessarily play his best game or whatever the case is. He didn't drop 50 or 60 points or whatever the case is. So you can't go there and be like, some guys need to understand. We need to question if basketball is their passion. Dude, you don't call your teammates out like that. You don't call guys out like that. Now they're gonna have to answer questions in the media. You know, Phil Jackson used to do this a lot in the media, say things in the media to get guys' attention. But that's a coach. Like when you're a player and you're criticizing your other guys, you're just driving a deeper wedge. So like when they're not getting the ball or they're not getting playing time, they're gonna think about those comments that you made. You know, Jaleel Okafor played a pretty good game, which is, he's like a de facto Anthony Davis. He actually been stepping up a whole lot. And they beat Houston like the last month. He had like a really, really good game. But the thing is, it's just like, with these trap games, the Lakers should be winning them. But, and we got to put some of the onus on Luke Walton. His lineups and his decision making at certain times are not really that great. But the thing is when their lineup and decision making is not that great, and then you have your star player calling out other guys, just need to get everybody on the same page where we're not going to criticize each other for that. We got to uplift each other. We have to see our weaknesses, and we have to shore them up so we can make the playoffs. The Lakers are basically the treading water. They're like one game below 500. So if they could do like a 3-4 game winning streak, they'll be fine. They can shore up a spot in the playoff. Well, not really shore up a spot, but have a high potential to make the playoffs. They don't make the playoffs though. Lou Walton is for sure out of there. I mean, they set it up in a way where he can't win anyway because Magic and Rob Pelinka didn't hire him. And as you all know, when the GM doesn't hire the coach, it's always a lot of friction, always a lot of tension, and that's not going to work out. So Luke was on the chopping block, but LeBron also, like, his pride is on the chopping block as well. Like, you got to put your pride aside and say, well, if guys aren't going to step up, or I feel like this is not their passion, don't call them out in the media. Call them out on the court when they're not doing their job. Don't be passive aggressive going to the media. Don't do stuff like that. Like acting like a distress. I mean this in the nicest way, I guess. Like don't act like an ex-wife. Doing a lot of passive aggressive things so the guy doesn't see his child or whatever the case is. Like you have to come to those guys directly and talk to them about what's going on, like what you feel like they can show up, and ask them like, hey, what am I doing that's not making you flourish to succeed? If you're the best player in the game and you make adjustments on the fly and this, that, and the third, hey, approach those guys like, hey, like, is it me? Is I doing something? Like, you're not getting your touches in where you want them? You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you gotta look in the mirror instead of asking, like, like, I don't know, guys, this is their passion, this, that, and the third. Like, like, if I'm a teammate of his and I hear that, some of these guys, we don't know if it's not their passion or whatever. Even if I know the game is my passion, I'm gonna take it somewhere like, okay, what you talking about, me? And a real person's gonna approach him like, dog, who you talking about? I'm busting my ass. I'm rebounding. I'm getting the ball. When I can get the ball, I'm not really getting consistent minutes or whatever the case is. So what are you talking about? So if I'm a teammate of his, those practices, if they do practice, they're not gonna be too nice. Somebody's gonna get a clothesline, because I don't think that's a great way to show leadership. Questioning your guys' character. Just use your generic answers. We didn't rebound the ball. We didn't play better enough defense. And in next practice, be like, guys, let's play defense. And you show them like, hey, I'm gonna lock this guy up. He's not scoring today. It starts off with you. But you don't, if everything's about the king and everything, don't do that to your teammates. That right there, that passive aggressiveness, that's gonna make them miss the playoffs. That's the only thing that's gonna make them miss the playoffs. Because a lot of teams, they could beat almost every single team in the West. And I would say a great deal of times, besides the Rockets consistently, and they beat the Rockets the other night. But the Rockets and the Warriors consistently, they could beat every other team because they got LeBron James. All they need is one guy to get hot, and they just need to lock up on defense. They got bigs, they got wings, they have everything that you need. They don't have experience, but that's where LeBron James comes in. So they can play with any team, in my opinion, besides the Warriors and the Rockets. So if you're struggling against teams without Anthony Davis or whatever the case is, it's not something to say necessarily about Luke Walton. It's not something to say about guys' heart. It's none of that. It has something to say with guys' relationship with the best player on the team, that he wants other guys to deliver, but he has to deliver as well. He has to deliver in terms of leadership. He has to deliver in terms of defensive-wise. He has to deliver in terms of keeping the group positive. Stop being with this passive-aggressive stuff. It's not good. It's not good, and you're going to see how it's going to play out. Might miss the playoffs. Hoops Junction, Hoops meets Hoopla. Like, comment, and subscribe.